Hey, Chris here. In this video, I want to talk to you about what a mug bet is, how to place them, when to place them, and when you don't even need to place them at all. Before we get into it though, if you're not yet joined up to the Profit Boss Match Betting Facebook group, as usual, I'll leave a link to that down in the description. So firstly then, what is a mug bet? Now, I must just state for the record that I don't really like the term mug bet because it implies that you're calling regular gamblers mugs, and I think that's a bit harsh really. But anyway, as a match better, when you're using bookmakers' accounts, obviously you're taking advantage of their free bet offers, the free money that they're giving out. And a mug bet is simply just bets that you place in order to try and hide the fact that you're doing match betting. So for example, you might have a Sky Bet account, and if you're just doing the weekly bet club week in, week out, and the football boost that they do, the odds boost, where you can just back and lay a bet there to get a guaranteed risk-free profit straight away, a mug bet would be something where you place the bet on, say, a football match, and it has nothing to do with qualifying for a free bet offer whatsoever. Now, when to place them is really a case of how often do you use that bookmaker account. So for example, if you're consistently and constantly taking advantage of free bet offers and reload offers from a bookie, then really you need to be placing more mug bets than someone that is, say, using a bookmaker account for match betting like every other week. Maybe one mug bet every other week would then be okay in that example. Now, how to place mug bets, we're going to jump on the laptop here and actually use the OddsMonkey software. I'm sure all of you are aware of what OddsMonkey does for you and how it helps you, but we need to go on this tool here, the Odds Matcher, and I'm just going to give you an example of what I would classify as a good mug bet. So straight away, it's brought up all of the 100% odds match bets here, match bets, and you don't want to use 100% odds matches for mug bets because you're not giving enough value back to the bookmaker. What you want to do actually on the filter here is in the top right hand corner, you want to limit that to not show you anything over a 95% rating and nothing really under 90%. If we go and press apply, see what kind of matches we get from that. So you can see there's not many that have turned up there, and that's kind of why you have to be patient sometimes with getting mug bets that will come through to you. Now, of course, if say it was Sky Bet that you were wanting to place the mug bet on, here you can see it's just bookmaker is just Matchbook there and then Betfair. So you would need to go to filter, select limit bookmakers, and then scroll down to Sky Bet. And you can actually set this up so that OddsMonkey then email you when there is an available mug bet for whatever bookmaker it is. When you're placing a mug bet that's between 90 to 95% as an odds match, you want to really make sure that it is on a sport that is identical to what you're using that account for mainly. So I'll use the Sky Bet example again. If you're only ever doing match betting on horse racing with your Sky Bet account, don't place a mug bet, and this might be obvious, but don't go and place a mug bet that's on a football match. You obviously want to place that mug bet on a horse race, as long as the horse race isn't like an extra place race there, like it's going to qualify you for that offer, and provided that the bet won't get you any kind of free bet, that's obviously the mug bet side of it there. Before we move on, if you're not yet signed up to OddsMonkey, don't forget to check out the promo codes down in the description. One's for 12 days for £1, and the other is 50% off your first month. And as well, before we get on to when you should and should not place mug bets, if you've had any value from this video so far, I massively appreciate you hitting the like button. Of course, you know it helps out the channel grow, and we just want to see the Profit Boss channel grow as big as possible. Well, I don't know about you, but I obviously want to see the channel grow as big as possible. Now, having said that, let's talk about when you need to place mug bets. So, for example, let's go back to using Sky Bet again. If you're only ever using Sky Bet for, say, races that qualify you for the extra place offer, and you're never betting on anything else, you really have to put your head on your shoulders as if you are the bookmaker and you would be reviewing that account yourself. And, if you saw someone that was only ever betting on extra place races, you'd probably think that they're match betting and taking advantage of that offer there. Now, an example of when you don't need to place mug bets is when you're doing the Bet365 2-up strategy, for example. When you place those back and lay bets on a football team to win a match to qualify you for the 2-up, you don't need to then place mug bets on anything else because that offer just applies to every single football match as long as it qualifies for the There's certain leagues that it qualifies for, but you know what I mean. You're not actually getting a free bet, and it's not like certain very, very specific football matches. It's all of the football matches across all of the main leagues there. So looking at it like that, there's absolutely nothing suspicious there if you're only ever just betting on teams to win with that 2-up strategy. If you think there's anything that I may have left out when talking about mug bets, please do comment your thoughts below. If you have any questions for me to do with mug bets or anything match betting related, I do have the live stream here 7 till 8 p.m. Monday to Thursday. We're back to again. Sometimes I drop it to just Mondays, but now we're back to Monday to Thursday. And yeah, until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.